I'm Daniel.
And I'm Micah.
And we are
the Sultans of Sport. You know, it's never too early to talk about the NFL. Who do you think is going to be this year's surprise team good and surprise team bad? First, I think that this year's surprise team good is, let's see, Jets. If they play their cards right. Or as I would call it, playing Geno Smith. Now, I've done some research with Geno Smith
I've never heard of that before.
And Mark Sanchez's final year in college. And here's what I found out. Geno Smith, here he had 369 completions and 518 attempts. That makes 71%. Mark Sanchez, however, 241 completions out of 366 attempts, which makes 65%. Now, Geno Smith had a total of 4,250 yards, while Mark Sanchez just had 3,207 yards. Geno Smith had 42 touchdowns. Mark Sanchez had 34 touchdowns.
So, what are you getting at exactly?
Geno Smith is better than Mark Sanchez.
Not by a long shot, but okay.
I'm just saying that these guys could be surprising if they play Geno Smith.
Surprisingly bad, maybe, but we'll see. So now, mine's surprisingly good. I guess I'll go with the Miami Dolphins. The Miami Dolphins have some good potential when they got Mike Wallace this year. Their quarterback, Ryan Tannehill, has some very good potential with a good wide receiver like Mike Wallace. They could be a big surprise this year in the NFL.
You're going to Miami, eh?
Mm-hmm.
My surprisingly bad team. Well, you could say that it might be the Ravens because they're losing Ray Lewis. That guy was the key, that guy was the momentum on their team leader, all those stuff. And now without him, I don't think they're going to be that good.
Well, according to what you say, I guess the surprisingly bad would have to be the New York Jets. If everyone thinks how you think, then
but not everyone does. Not everyone does.
Everyone's going to be disappointed if you're right.
Not everyone does think that they're going to fail.
Good, because they will be disappointed if they think like you.
Well, what if they aren't?
Anyway, next subject.
You know how you said that the Miami Dolphins were your surprise good team?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that their new logo is going to have anything to do with that?
No, I don't care for their new logo very much.
I prefer the other one. It's like when the Orioles switched their smiley face bird into the normal bird. And I think it's going to be just like the Orioles thing another way too. They're probably just going to switch it back. The new sign's just boring.
Well, I can't disagree with you.
Talking about uniforms and the Orioles. The Orioles won the best uniform in baseball
competition.
Competition. Good thing they changed back to the smiley face bird. And talking about the Orioles again, they're on a 5-game losing streak. And they're about to play the Yankees.
Do you think they have a chance against CC Sabathia?
We'll see. I think they're going to be able to win at least one of these games, but against CC, I don't see it happening.
So you're saying that this 5-game losing streak is a problem?
Well, if it gets out of hand, if it gets to a 7-8 losing streak, then yeah, it's going to be a problem.
Okay.
I'm just saying, it's definitely going to get to a 6-game losing streak, because I don't see it. Okay, it's probably going to get to a 6-game losing streak, because I don't see them winning against Sabathia.
Well, that's not very much confidence, but yeah, it's still early in the season, and they're still just 4 games behind the Yankees, so it's not that big of a deal, I don't think.
You don't?
No.
You don't.
Okay, next.
Now, let's see. What was our next topic?
So, what was the what do you cite as the main problem during this 5-game losing streak? You said something interesting this morning, Micah.
I know. They can't outscore their opponents. That's the thing. They can't outscore
I guess that's kind of how it works in baseball.
Here's the thing.
If you can't outscore your opponents, you usually can't win.
Well, here's the thing. When they get a lot of runs, the other team gets even more runs. When the other team gets few runs, we get even fewer runs. Do you understand me, buddy? Do ya? Do ya?
Yeah, let's put that down.
Now, today in Sport Court, on trial, the Redskins' name. Is it guilty or innocent? Personally, I think it's guilty. Redskins. Redskins. Redskins.
We get your point, thank you. Do you have any other reasons, or is it just how it is red skins? That's
I find it offensive. I mean, really, it would be like something like this. Calling a team fat boys and showing a certain person's face on it. As you said this morning.
Seems honoring to me.
What?
I have read on the Washington Post that 3 tribal leaders or retired tribal leaders said that they either do not find it offensive or that they don't want to waste their time worrying about their name, that there's more important things like education.
There are more important things. But
and that they don't have time for this kind of goofiness.
What's
that their last concern is what the name of a football team is.
Well, here's the thing. How many of those big problems can the Redskins owner change?
None of them.
Exactly. So he should take care of the ones
change
that
tons
he
of
can
them.
change.
He can change all of them. He can give money to the Indians to help them have a better education. What are you talking about?
But here's the thing. Changing the name Redskins stop him from being able to do that?
No.
What's the cost?
The fans, they don't like it. He said that he's never going to change the name.
I don't care. I know there are bigger problems in this world. But will changing the Redskins name make us unable to stop any of them? No.
It'll just waste our time. So let's worry about the big problems. Then once we're done with the big problems, we can worry about the Redskins.
Are we ever going to be done with the big problems?
Well, if there are so many that will never be done with them, then we don't need to worry about
the Washington Bullets changed the name to the Washington Wizards. It seems it's not that hard.
Well, anyway. Who's next on trial, Micah?
Unfortunately, RG3. Man, there are a lot of Redskins stuff on trial. Don't fall over your chair, RG3. Now, lots and lots of wedding presents. People get annoyed by that. Guilty or innocent? Personally, here's what I think. Who cares? What can he do about what presents he gets? Huh? What
to agree with you. I don't think it's his fault. It's not like he asked for wedding presents.
Yeah, nothing tells us that it's his fault.
So, I
The
guess...
people who gave the wedding presents are more guilty than him. So let's just take the blame off of him.
So I guess he's innocent.
Agreed!
Now that we're done with sport court, let's talk about the home run race.
Yeah, the home run race. Currently led by PJ Upton.
Who's PJ Upton?
What was his name?
Jason Upton.
You
I mean
sure?
Justin Upton, not Jason Upton. I got confused too. But anyway, behind
Yes. It is led by Justin Upton, not PJ Upton, but with 14 home runs.
Wait, I got one question. What does PJ stand for? Peanut butter and jelly or pajama?
I don't know. Maybe it's Philip Jr. Upton.
Interesting guess.
But it doesn't even exist, so who cares?
So who do you think will win this year? Win the race this year?
Someone who currently has over 11 home runs.
Can you be a little more specific than that?
Okay. Either Chris Davis, the 4 guys who are tied with him, or, I almost said PJ, but Justin Upton.
Interesting guess, but I think that Miguel Cabrera of the Detroit Tigers will win that race again after winning the Triple Crown last year. Last year, the most home runs were only 44. Right now, they're on track to get more home runs than that. Will they get more home runs than that or not?
Ding! And here's what I think. Who's Miguel Cabrera?
He plays for Detroit.
Any more info?
He's really good.
Here's the other thing that I'm wondering. Do home runs in the home run derby count?
No.
Okay. How about All-Star Game?
No.
Playoffs?
No. But anyway, enough with that. Thank you for watching Sultans of Sport. Good night to you from our headquarters in Balıkesir, Turkey. See you next time on
Sultans of Sport!